All right, so I think it's time that we talk about the OLED and the Dev Stranding via OLED. Now, a couple of things we need to keep in mind when it comes to organic light emitting diodes. Obviously, you're gonna have the most cleanest picture quality here. That's because you don't have any LCD liquid crystal display with LEDs backlit lights behind it to emit that light to pass through the LCD. Okay, so naturally on organic light emitting diode television, you're gonna have, just like on your phone, think of it like this. If you have an iPhone, imagine your iPhone being 55 inch or 65 inch. It's kind of like that. Or your Samsung Note 9 or Samsung Note 10 being 55 inch or 65 inch big. It's kind of like that, okay? Just imagine if your phone was LCD, backlit. It would suck. You wouldn't be able to look at it from an angle, from anything. It would just suck. All right, so let's just get that out of the way. Yes, this game will look the best on the OLED. Everybody knows that. You don't have to be a brain surgeon. You don't have to be a scientist to figure that out. Everybody knows that. Okay? Now, does this mean if you have QLED that all of a sudden you're not going to enjoy the picture quality? Of course you're going to enjoy the picture quality on the QLED as well. It's a 4K television, it has quantum dots, it has full array local dimming. However, if you want the cleanest, most natural picture quality at the moment, as of me recording this, nothing's gonna give you that sensational, beautiful picture quality than what you're gonna be getting here with the OLED. The OLED will do that for you. And this game just looks astonishing on the OLED. It just looks mind-blowing on the OLED. It's the best way I can describe it. So, having said that, so how's the picture quality? What am I using for picture quality? Well, of course, it's going to be a game mode. It's HDR game mode. All right, so obviously you want to use a game mode. You don't want to use standard or cinema mode. That's for the movies and televisions and stuff like that. For the games, you want to use a game mode because game mode gives you a little better, you know, lower input lag. And here's my settings that I'm using, just to show you really quick. I have my OLED light to 100, my contrast to 100. I have my brightness to 50. And I have my sharpness to 25. The reason I moved the sharpness to 25 because this is not a true native 4K. This is a checkerboard 4K. It's not a native 4K. So I felt I needed to keep it at 25 to get that nice vivid image, especially for a smaller TV like this, which is a 55 inch TV. Okay. Color, I left the color at 50. Color temperature, when it comes to video games, a lot of people ask me what would be the temperature for the video games. Standard, meaning balanced. Okay, you don't want to go too warm, nor do you want to go too cold. Okay, you want to stay in the middle. You want to stay at 0. Okay, so stay in the middle. That's what that means. 0 means balanced middle, and that's where you want to be, okay? And that's what I did. Left it at balanced 0. Now, advanced controls. Dynamic contrast, I want to turn it on high because I want to squeeze as much as I can from this HDR OLED game, okay? I want to have as much of that contrast ratio on this HDR as possible. I want to have the picture perfect contrast ratio, and you're going to get that with dynamic contrast set to high. Dynamic tone mapping, it's something you want to use as well. What it does, it brightens up the OLED light. It brightens up the HDR, and HDR needs a higher peak brightness, and this is definitely something that helps with an HDR game like this. Dynamic color, I already have my color set to 50, so with dynamic color at high, I like to have a more vibrant color. It's not oversaturated. It would be only oversaturated if I was to move the color from 50 to 60 or 70. Then it would be oversaturated. Leaving color at 50, it's in a balanced threshold level, okay? Dynamic color high, what it does basically, it just brightens up the colors a little bit. That's all it does. And of course, the color gamut, I keep it at low. I mean at wide, I'm sorry. I keep it at wide. I keep my color gamut at wide at all times. Some people say keep it on automatic. You can keep it on automatic if you want to, but it works better for me when I keep it at wide, okay? That's my preference. Super resolution, this doesn't do anything. You can keep this at medium, so when you're not watching an HDR content or a 4K content, it will automatically switch to a medium. This will not take into effect if you're watching a 4K content, okay? So let's get back to the video game, and let's get back to what sort of HDR settings am I using here? A lot of people have asked me this, you know, what do you recommend? What sort of settings do you use? Now, the thing about the HDR settings on the Death Stranding, they don't have that much of a option in terms of a slider. So the slider, it's a bit disappointing for Death Stranding. I really was expecting to see Paperwhite and also to see the brightness and peak bright levels to be adjusted as well. So I was looking to see the white digital levels and black digital levels option, and I was also looking for obviously lumens. Lumens means your brightness of your OLED or your LEDs. The brightness meaning the brightness of your television. But there's only one slider here, and that's for the brightness of your HDR. So it's a bit disappointing. I left it at 50. It works great for me at 50. Going above 50, I noticed that it's too bright, and the HDR quality just doesn't seem to look that good. All right, because you want to be careful not to overbright your white digital levels. But it's a shame that they don't have any extra sliders for like a Paperwhite and the black digital levels. What that basically means is your black digital levels and your white digital levels, okay? Meaning the contrast ratio between the black and the white of that contrast. So that way you can have that nice dynamic picture, all right? So that's what I left it. I left it at 50. So all in all, listen, the game looks amazing, freaking amazing. All right, and on the OLED, this is where, listen, if you are thinking about buying a PlayStation 4 Pro this holiday season, and you're also thinking about getting a television, let me tell you, this television right here, 55-inch E8, it's a perfect companionship with a PlayStation 4 Pro and this game. You're going to have a really beautiful Christmas playing this game on the OLED. You're just going to be blown away just how beautiful it looks. And I also recommend using a Belkin HDMI cable, which I have. I have a Belkin cable, which is a ultra high speed Belkin cable. The reason they call it an ultra high speed is because it's a future-proof cable for 2.1 HDMI in the future. this game is just mind-blowing in terms of detail, and what the Decima engine is doing here, it's just mind-blowing. Okay. Have I tested the QLED? That's another question people have been asking me. Have I tested this on the QLED? And the answer is not yet, but I'm going to work on it. I'm going to definitely test it on QLED. The one thing that's definitely going to look a little bit better on the QLED, it's going to be the peak brightness, because it's a much brighter TV. But the peak brightness really only plays a huge role if you are in a very lit up room, guys. 900 nits, it's just more than enough for the HDR to look the way it needs to look. Okay, now having that extra 600, 700 extra nits to climb up to 1500 nits, definitely it's gonna make that contrast ratio even much higher, obviously. However, it doesn't matter if your QLED it's a higher peak brightness. The problem is your QLED, it's an LCD television. So it doesn't matter how many full array local dimmings and how much of the peak brightness you put on there, you're still not going to achieve the contrast ratio that the organic light emitting diodes are achieving here. All right. And again, this doesn't do any justice. You have to see this like in person to truly appreciate how beautiful this looks. And what's so great about this game, you see those mountains over there? You can actually climb those mountains. I can go from here to the top of the mountain over there. Okay, that's what's so unique about this game. This game, it's just huge. If you think that Red Dead Redemption 2 map was big and it was huge, you have no idea how big this is, dude. You have no idea how huge this is. This is just a juggernaut. We're talking the entire United States, man. But it's a different type of United States. It's a post-apocalyptic United States. Something happened. There was an event that happened. It's a fictional settings, but there was something that happened that changed geography of the country in general. Okay. And look, Decima engine is, honestly, one of my favorite. At the moment, I really can't see anything else beating this. Decima engine is just, think about what Sony's gonna be able to achieve, what Kojima's gonna be able to achieve with PlayStation 5, with Decima engine. When I said 2021 photorealistic graphics, I was not kidding, guys. We're almost here, dude. We're so close. Photorealism is just around the corner. So when I said 2021, I don't think I was far off when I said that. We're so close. Look, HDR looks good on this game, but that's because we have a really good graphical engine here. And the HDR really thrives on it. Okay? Now, it is a bit disappointing that the HDR doesn't have paper white and the black digital level sliders, so you can adjust that. But that's okay, guys. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Remember, we have something else here. We have something else here that we can utilize. Remember, guys. Hold on, where was that thing? Give me a second. It's right here. We can adjust our own HDR settings here, which should be right here on sound and screen. You see, so we have the ability to adjust our HDR here, which I have already adjusted here. Okay. And yes, I do use YUV 420. All right. A lot of people make mistake. They use RGB. RGB, it's really for the monitors, guys. If you're going to be connecting it to a television, you need to use the YUV 420. I don't have time to go through all that to explain it to you in detail what the difference is. Just remember, you'll have a much better contrast, more accurate contrast ratio with the YUV 420 than the RGB. RGB will probably crush your black digital levels right here if you connect it to RGB. I mean, I'm not going to go through this. I already done this. I already adjusted my settings. So the reason I'm not freaking out about the HDR slider not being available on Death Stranding, I'm not freaking out about it, is because PlayStation already has built-in HDR sliders. So you can do this, okay, and you don't need to do it within the game. You can do it here, and that will take the effect onto the game. All right, so I'm not really like choking up about that, you know, because remember, that's the beauty about the PlayStation. It has its own HDR slider built into it. A lot of people forget that. All right, so I don't know what else I can say. It looks beautiful, as it should. This game is just mind-blowing. And if you have missed my videos, my live streams, go ahead and check out my live streams, and you will see what I'm talking about. Those live streams are in 4K. You can check them out. I will continue my part 3 tomorrow as well. Everything about this game is just stunning. And it looks stunning on the OLED, as it should, guys. Listen. There's nothing that's gonna make me change my mind at the moment. If you truly want to appreciate this game in its best possible shape, this is it. The OLED's gonna bring you that quality and detail. Oh, here we go. Let's fight this guy. Hold on. Come on. Come here. Come here, dude. Let's fight. We'll fight inside the water. Come here. That's right. Yeah, so much for this boring game, right? This game, it's so boring, I don't even know what to say. Okay. Oh, there's another guy. Come here. Come. Got him. Ooh, hold on. There's a container I left. I don't need it. Do I need repair spray? Hold on. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Get up, get up, get up. Oh my goodness. Oh God. No, get up, get up, get up, get up. As you can see, the game looks stunning, as it should be on the OLED. Come on, let's get the other dude. Let's get him. Oh shit. Get up, get up, get up. We'll fight in the water. Get up, get up, get up, stand up. Now I'm gonna fight him from here. Come here, come here. Come here. Got him. Got him. All good. All good. Well, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, it looks stunning, as it should look stunning. And there you have it, guys. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, look, guys, I will do a QLED video as well on Monday. But listen to me, if you truly want to appreciate what this game can offer, the OLED will blow you away. I mean, it'll just simply blow you away the way it looks on the OLED. I mean, this is just stunning, simply stunning. Decima engine, simply stunning. And yeah. Well, there you have it, guys. So that's what I'm using for my settings. I hope that this video gives you some idea on how beautiful this looks on the OLED, at least. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you soon. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.